Hey, what about Epstein? I got to play this for you. Can you tee up?
You sit tight for 2 seconds.
Sure,
before you.
Sure, because I know you don't want to do it. Oh, I'm going to beat you to death with it because I like me some Tom Fitton.
It's kind of okay, and I do like Tom Fitton. But before we go crawling into that dork's treehouse cave, on the notion of reaction to blood stuff, you and I went through something kind of interesting. What you did on your own show, and I did in a Twitter back and forth, of people of I guess supposedly good-hearted, decent folks who reacted to something in a very weird way. You gave me, and this was live radio reaction because I didn't know it was coming. You characterized to me this beautiful painting of a loving Jesus welcoming mystic girls with hugs and their smiles. It's emblematic of the joy that awaits us all in heaven, whether we arrive through tragedy.
Somebody captioned, "This is what I imagine heaven looked like."
Absolutely.
Yep. The morning of September 5th, or July 5th.
Telegraphed to me, I'm about to take a call from not only somebody who doesn't, the painting's not their favorite thing, but help me out with this. You took a call from somebody yesterday who said the painting was sinful.
Graven images. He said it's violating the commandment against worshiping graven images. I said, nobody's worshiping the painting. Yep, the guy was very.
This is not a cartoon contest where you get shot for drawing Muhammad. I mean, that's not our thing.
This is intriguing because the man did declare that he believes every painting, every depiction of Jesus is sinful because he believes
Notre Dame,
it's all sinful. All of it is sinful, and that was his position. But now let's go a little deeper. Let's talk about your pal Uncle Barky. Uncle Barky, who's a Texas fixture, a Dallas-Fort Worth guy, TV literate. And Trump hating TDS sufferer. I mean, he's foaming at the mouth, hates Donald Trump, and seems to hate conservatism. That's fine. That's up to him. A lot of people in the media and a lot of those TV folks, that's how they are. Well, he posted yesterday when you reposted that painting, he said, not my favorite thing either. And you said, excuse me? And what did he say? And what did he say the problem was?
It was weird. He said, first of all, I'm raised Catholic. I was an altar boy or whatever. He said that the painting seemed to deliver not a proper rationale for the tragedy that Jesus or God would snatch these kids and be happy about it. I said, dude, stop
these kids.
What? No, there's nothing in this painting that suggests that a gleeful Jesus said, time to go get the mystic girls. What? So it was just very strange. Everybody comes at this in a wide variety of ways, but and the painting didn't have to be your favorite thing. Yeah, but wow, there certainly was nothing dark about it. And
the painting happens to be a joyful expression of Christianity and our faith and everything we believe. And for a guy who says he was raised a Catholic and an altar boy to not like the image of a beaming Jesus welcoming these children into his arms, that is beyond peculiar. But here's the thing. I tell you, and Uncle Barky's probably in this category, just complete full-time contrarians. And we have it in our business every day, Mark, whether it's a caller, whether it's a texter, somebody that can take the most wholesome, wonderful thing and dump all over it. They're just contrarians. They're going to well, wait a minute. I'm going to take the opposite point of view here. And you got to be aware of contrarians. We got a lot of that going on right now with Trump and with Epstein. And I want to include the Epstein thing. I will. Well, but Mark, you can't run from this. You can't.
I'm not running from it. What's my favorite? There is wisdom in knowing whom to ignore. This is not a MAGA controversy. It is not a bedrock problem for Trump. It is not an uprising. It is not, these people are an annoyance. It's not that they don't have a point they can make. It's fine. I get it. But doggone it, man.
Let's play Tom Fitton. You said yesterday, you declared.
Literal length of the Tom Fitton cut. What is the literal?
It's short. You declared there's no. Here's what you said. The reason I want to play it is because you told me definitively there's no Epstein list. Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no Epstein list. Really, Mark? No, there's no list. You don't think there's a list?
Sitting there of confirmed clients that we know about.
For years, they've been talking about the Epstein client list, including Dan Bondi, Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, people at the highest levels of government right now.
You got a point about some people who used to be in the commentary world, like Bongino, and you know what they did? They got important jobs where they have access to this information and said, you know what? Maybe it wasn't in the form of some actual tidy list where we can find, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates.
That could be.
And my
That could be.
For years, there ain't no client list. That was always. It was always catnip for conspiracy dorks.
You could be right, but you could be wrong. You could absolutely be wrong.
The day the list comes out, I'll admit.
Well, there may never be a day the list comes out because it ain't going to happen. Here's Tom Fitton last night with Laura Ingraham.
I think they decided for political purposes they didn't want to include the individuals who were on these lists and put them in the public domain. And they were concerned that some of them may not have done something warranting the disclosure. I mean, that's the most charitable interpretation. But there is a list. There's no doubt.
I'm saying, Mark, is that
in other words, Dan Bongino and Cash Patel are protecting people of power and privilege on some imaginary list. You believe that?
I don't know that I can rule it out. I don't know. I can't rule it out.
I'm ruling it out.
Really?
I'm ruling it out. I do not believe. And again, my faith and trust. My bar is high. I mean, Trump, you and I have talked a lot about, we trust tariffs, might not be our favorite thing in a vacuum. Trump wants to do it, let's trust him. Dan Bongino, Cash Patel, these are people of rock solid character. These are people whose service to this nation in many ways is beyond doubt. And I am going to choose to trust them and not for one solitary second believe that they are involved in some sinister protection racket of the rich and powerful on some imaginary Epstein client
list. And I respect that, and I respect that view. I just don't want to run from our audience, and I get annoyed sometimes. You're shutting down. You're talking to people, and you're talking down to people. You're saying you're a bunch of dorks, conspiracy dorks. All the conspiracy. You're talking down to them, Mark. You're patronizing them. You're patronizing your own audience.
People who will not hear the other side. There are principles and habits of conspiracy dorkery. No matter what they hear, it always brings you back. No matter what.
I know.
And if somebody says, all other things being equal, I kind of do think that's fine. I'll talk to somebody like that all day.
Yeah. I got it.
You're getting, and somewhat what Christine Hall is doing by saying I'm not going to talk about it and then talking about it for 2 flipping hours. Dude,
it's catnip. It's hard. It's hard to ignore it. It's hard to ignore, and it's. But here's the thing, and I learned this early on in the Trump era. There were certain hosts who said, "I'm not going to entertain this Trump guy. I'm not going to talk to my audience. I don't want to listen to them." And look, we got a bunch of people, Mark, who are talking about this, and for us to say, "La la 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 la," I'm not going to talk about it. They're just dorks.
To be really honest with you, I think it's I think in entertaining, please, everybody in conspiracy treehouse land, please fill my lines for 3 stinking hours. You are ill serving the 90+% who want you to talk about the way we're saving America and things that are real problems rather than this Epstein garbage. So if you're talking about serving the listeners, I'd say me being damn done with it serves them a lot better than indulging it for another day.
Fair enough. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Mark Davis, Davis, at Mark Davis on X. Boom. I, on the other hand, am Mike Gallagher at Gallagher Show. I love all people. I'm peace and love. I'm here for everybody.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.